Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge is falling down. In all sincerity, it is all crashing down. Yep, I've got a little bit more to say about the whole P. Diddy, Sean Combs home, what do they call it, the home raid and arrest. Okay, we'll turn the music down a little bit now, and we'll turn it down a little bit more in about a minute. Alright, so this video is going to be the parallels with what's going on the bigger picture level, such as what's going on in Hollywood right now, and essentially what's going on in the world. So what's going on with P. Diddy, Sean Combs, is this level, on a macro level like this, it is waking up the world to what narcissist abuse is. Even though what has happened is exploding right now, there are still people that are online defending P. Diddy, saying, oh, he didn't do anything wrong. These people literally they still don't get it. There is a huge chunk of society that don't understand the demonic entities in this world and the evil that people have been doing for a long time and getting away with. And I don't mean like at the top level alone. I mean at the level that we're at too. I mean, I have a friend who just now recently, I've known this guy for about 6 years, and I tried to explain to him, because he's like, hey man, what's going on with you? You seem really off. And this was about 4 years ago, and I tried to explain to him. He goes, oh, okay, I just avoid that stuff. And he didn't want to hear it. It was like his system, how to explain this? It was like he didn't want to hear it. It was too scary. It was not in his reality. He was like, nope, don't want to hear that. But about 3 to 5 months ago, I think it was about 3 or 4 months ago, I even posted it on one of my videos. He said, hey man, you know that stuff you're talking about a while ago? I'm like, yeah, because I think I may have brought it up or something out of frustration, because I think I said, man, you just don't understand. And he goes, wait a minute. He goes, I have a friend who's been saying the same thing that you were saying back then. I'll go, what do you mean? And so long story short, he is just now starting to open up to what's really going on. I want to reiterate this one more time. Most people, even to this day, even though narcissist abuse is exploding all over the internet, people still don't get it, because even when Dr. Phil brings it up, he just uses the word, oh, you know, narcissist, and people are like, oh, you mean the people that are vain, they look in the mirror, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful. Like, they really don't get what narcissist abuse is. They still think what we thought back in the 70s, 80s, oh, that's someone that likes to look at themselves in the mirror and think they're beautiful. Like, if that's all it was, it wouldn't be a problem. So the parallels of what I want to say is this. Everything they're saying about P. Diddy and what he did to these girls and what he did to but Justin Bieber and people in general, this is classic 101 narcissist abuse, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. I mean, it's all about the whole, the love bombing phase, the whole cycle, the 4-step cycle, the love bombing, then the devaluing, then the discarding, and then the bringing, the hoovering. I mean, it's the steps within the steps. So just about an hour ago, now I'm on California time, so it's 9:30 here. So it was about 8 p.m., maybe 7 p.m. my time. I'm not sure. It was more than an hour ago. There was a guy, I don't know if he was the deputy executive or whatever of the CIA, or the FBI. He was breaking down what he got arrested for, what they've done to people, and I'm like, yeah, this is what narcissists do. Too bad he couldn't have said that. He couldn't have just said, hey, by the way, everything I'm talking about here, this is narcissist abuse. If he would have said that, people would have looked it up and Googled it like crazy. So hopefully on some level, somehow, the word gets out like, hey, this is narcissist abuse. This is demonic. These people are doing demonic things. Why? So we can finally get a hold of it, so we can maybe not totally get rid of it, but we can pretty much stop it on the mass level. So what I'm hoping is this whole thing is going to come crashing down. I think right now, Diddy was essentially one of the main foundations of this, call it this massive dam. Sorry, I coughed. This massive dam. So what I think is going to happen is a lot of people right now are either trying to run or they're trying to make a deal with the police, the FBI, the law enforcement agencies, and they're turning on each other. And so I think this is basically the cog in the wheel, or however you say that. And I think it's like that one keystone corner, like they say in the Bible. Once you pull that, the whole thing's going to come tumbling down. So there's a couple pieces I want to talk about. I don't have a very step-by-step thing here, so I'm just going to dive in and just see where we go. So the purpose of this video is to show you that there is a parallel of something that is actually happening on a realistic level in the real world, and it's parallel with what you're going through or what you're about to go through. Not meaning that you're the one that's going to fall, but the people around you that were attacking you, dominating you, doing all this narcissistic stuff to you, they're being revealed. See, people are already starting to see them. Like there's a guy at a store that I used to go to, I was like, oh, this is a narcissist. And I walked out of the store one day and there was this guy that goes there a lot. He goes, hey, so-and-so is a narcissist. Right? I was like, oh yeah, I figured that out about a month ago. So call it the battle. The battle is beginning to turn in our favor. Okay, so there's this woman who is on, I just happened to turn this one YouTube video thing on. I wasn't paying attention until she said these words. I thought, oh yeah, that's exactly what I went through. Now again, it's not just on the Hollywood level. It's everywhere. It's in every country. It's in every city. It's in every state. It's on every level from top to bottom. So this lady says something that actually caught my attention because I was actually looking elsewhere. She's a celebrity medium. Sloan Bellum is her name. Now they're talking about P. Diddy's ex, and she's dead now, by the way. They think he killed her. She was about to do a reveal-all book about what this lady, Sloan Bellum, said. She said basically the men in this industry, they are doing ritualistic, I don't know, let me see if I can find the word they used. So these Hollywood men were allegedly harvesting energy through ritualistic things that they were doing, such as, demonic stuff. And this is all very narcissistic stuff. They harvest your energy. They suck the life force out of you. I mean, about 4 years ago, I was making video after video about how they connect with you, why they scare you, why they anger you, because then they can suck the life out of you. So P. Diddy's girlfriend here, she was going to do a tell-all book about the rituals and stuff, and sure enough, a little while later, she was found dead. And by the way, they are exhuming her body right now as we speak because the cause of death was supposedly by pneumonia. Now they're saying, hey, wait a minute, that's kind of odd that a young woman like that would die of pneumonia. And now that he's been arrested, they're actually exhuming her body because they're going to do another examination. So I've repeated this many times. Narcissists are very dangerous. They will poison you. They will drug you. They will do bad things. They will set you up. They will do attempted murders. Some of you, they tried to take you out as a ritualistic sacrifice so then they can get your energy and or get the blessings from their demonic entities or whatever you want to call them. I bet a lot of you who have had near-death experiences, where you literally ended up in the hospital or you almost died, even appendicitis, I forget what it is, but there's certain things people can sneak in your food and it'll give you appendicitis, it'll make your appendix burst. A lot of times, they just wanted to take your property. They wanted to take your money. And some of the times, actually more often than you would think, they took a life insurance policy out on you. And you didn't even know it. Right now, some people in my past are listening to this going, oh shit, he knows. Yeah, I know. You do know there's records of it, right? And for some of you, you had an inheritance that was given to you, and they took it. They lied. They made you look like you were crazy. They took you to doctors. Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy. Because they said, oh, well, this person isn't responsible enough, so that's how they took your money. Like, well, he's not going to be responsible, so give it to us. For some of you, they had somebody go to court acting like they were you, someone who looked similar, and agreed to this, and it wasn't you. So she goes on to say that there are a lot of people trying to say, oh, the reason why he took some people out and killed some people claim he paid $1 million to also have Tupac taken out. I don't normally talk about this stuff because I think it's kind of ridiculous, but this is exactly what they do. She goes on to say that they're going on saying that they're doing this for removing people who speak about that they're speaking about this because he's gay. And then she goes on to say, no, that's like the cover. What they're hiding is they're doing this because they're using this to harness the energy of human beings. So she essentially goes on to say this is a very ritualized, thought out, and planned specifically to rip the person down and hide behind their energy. This is the mask. This is what we've been talking about, narcissist abuse, about their mask. What do you mean their mask? They take on another person's persona, but first they have to rip them down, shred them to pieces, and then they take on their energy. They take on their emotions, their persona, their spirit. And this is how they get rich off of you and your energy and your likeness. They're taking on your characteristics, your facial expressions, your tone, your tempo. They copy you. And I know a lot of you on this channel already know what I'm talking about. So then she goes on to say, but what if we're talking about a religion that hides behind the energy of the most innocent on this planet, who are lit up energetically because they have not been broken yet? And that's what happened to you. The reason why they went specifically after you is because you had this innocent spirit. You were kind, you were loving, you were peaceful, you saw the good in people. You were the light, literally. What they do is they harvest your energy by breaking you. It's like now they can suck the energy off of you. Even if they're 400, 5,000 miles away, it doesn't matter. And all of a sudden you're depressed all the time. You're sad. No matter how much therapy you do, no matter how much time passes by, it's like you're just broken. You are sad. It's like there's something missing, but you don't know how to explain that. Now, I don't know about for you guys, but there was a moment when something in me was like, he stole something from me, or they're stealing something from me, and I couldn't put my finger on it. Like, what is it? This is what it is. So when you break that spell, you break that connection, you do what I call cord cutting. When you cut that cord and you bring your energy back to you, all of a sudden, see, here's what happens. Their life takes off. Their life, once they meet you, once they make that energetic connection with you, all of a sudden their business takes off. They're getting clients. They're making money. Good things are happening to them, blah, blah, blah. They're meeting better people, and on and on and on, while you're going down, 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 down. Now, in my case, when I finally broke it off, see, I'm an energy healer. I know how to do cord cutting. So once I figured that out, I started cutting the cord over and over and over, and their life, their business, their finances went down. I mean, it was night and day in the beginning and then at the end. So she goes on to talk about Justin Bieber, and she says, how do you think he got so famous? So at a very young age, he didn't bump into P. Diddy. P. Diddy called him into his world, and at one point P. Diddy actually had like custody of him for a short period of time. And he went from this really bright light. I mean, remember with Justin Bieber when he was this really, really bright light? He was just wonderful. His energy just was amazing. Everybody wanted to be around it because it felt good. Well, that's what they did. Now let me explain how she explains it. So she says, how do you think Bieber got famous at such a young age? And she goes on to say, because they harnessed his energy. And then she says, so they harvested his energy and then they presented him. So in other words, externally, the Justin Bieber on the inside was taken out and was pushed out when he was up on stage for people to see externally. And then she goes on to say, so they harnessed his energy and then presented him externally, while him, the self inside, was broken. And that's exactly how you felt after dealing with a narcissist, isn't it? You felt dead inside. I know I did. Haven't you guys noticed how Justin Bieber was this bright, bubbly, just kind, innocent being, and then once he got involved with these people, like it was just darkness. Like he is just depressed. He's up on stage. He's not the same. He's just not that bright fountain of youth that he used to be. Now I want to kind of point something out, and I'm going to jump right back to this conversation. So one thing, if you go back in the King and Queen days, the clowns, including people that played like the harp and the, I forget what they called them, like the violin and the kind of like the guitar things. These were basically the clowns and the entertainers. They were literally all considered clowns. People in the entertainment industries are clowns. The problem is they figured out a way to become the richest people on the planet. Now, I had a neighbor call me and complaining about what's going on in our neighborhood, our immediate neighborhood, and how he said it's like that movie about the insane asylum. It's like the residents in the insane asylum have taken over. I'm like, oh yeah, they took over a long time ago. It's time for people like you and me to speak up and to take it back. I mean, literally, the clowns are running our countries. They're running our neighborhoods. They're running everything right now. And it is literally insane. When I was a kid, I used to have this recurring nightmare over and over. I mean, this went on forever. And here's what it was. The smart, intelligent people were locked up in suitcases, and we were hung up on wires, like, like a clothesline out front, like on over across our lawns, near the sidewalks. Not near the sidewalk. You have a sidewalk and a lawn somewhere. And every house was like this. It was like the smart people were locked up in suitcases, and the people that were running society, and I mean this respectfully, this is not a joke, it was the retarded people. And for years I'm like, and the dream terrified me. I used to have this dream when I was a little kid. I mean 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. And I came to realize as I got older, like, oh, the stupid people are running everything. I'm telling you, the most intelligent people are not running this world. They are not running our communities. I am telling you. It literally is a clown show. When I say take back your power, do you know what that really means? It literally means to physically step back in yourself. But more importantly, it means to speak up. You need to take back your voice. You need to speak up when something wrong is being done. You need to start fighting back. The clowns, the entertainers, used to make peanuts. Literally, they used to have change given to them after they finished the show. They weren't rich at all. They had enough money basically to get by. Now, they can make $50 million in 2 or 3 movies. These are clowns. These are literally, now listen closely please, these are actors. They're fake. Like the clowns used to be. This is what the clowns used to do for the kings and the queen and to entertain the higher up royalties, etc., etc. These were not the heads of state. Well, guess what? They are now. They're the heads of industries. The clowns are running the show. And I'm not joking. These are not smart people. Haven't you noticed like nothing makes sense anymore? The birds are in the air because the air is in the sky. And when the birds are in the sky, they're in the air. And that's why they land in the trees, because the trees are up in the air, which is pointed towards the sky. And that clown is running for president. My whole life when I read the Bible, I saw prophecy. I heard prophecy. I read prophecy. It was spoken to me. Here's the prophecies in the Bible. These are from the future. They were written in a book called the Bible because they wanted to, and here's a real key word here that everyone seems to miss, to warn us. And yet people are just sitting down eating popcorn. The Bible never said faith without deeds is going to work. It says faith without deeds is dead. Meaning, look, you've been warned. Here's the science. Here's how you know to take action. And what are we doing? Just watching. All these Christians are eating their popcorn, drinking their soda pops, and they're doing nothing. There's nothingness going on. Like a bunch of dumbasses. When I was in training in the infantry, deeds, not words. Deeds, not words. Infantry, infantry. In other words, take action. Get shit done. Nowhere in the Bible does it say sit on your ass, sit on your hands and just sit in the chair and watch everything happen. No, it's saying, hey, warning, warning, beep, 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 alarm, beep, 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 alarm, beep, 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 alarm, beep, 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 beep. Alarm bells are going off and we're sitting on our hands. We're doing nothing. Faith without action, faith without deeds is dead. You were given the warnings so you would know when and how and what to take action on. You weren't given the warning for no reason. I mean, but that's it. Most Christians are like, well, we're not supposed to do anything. We're just supposed to have faith. Where in the hell in the Bible does it say we're just supposed to have faith? It does not say that. In fact, it says the opposite. You're supposed to have deeds. Deeds means do something, take action. It literally says that. Alright, if you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment. And if you want if you want to make a donation, there's a PayPal link right there in the description box. I would very much appreciate that at this time. This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.